What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for this video I wanted to share just a little bit more of what Klaue is capable of. For this one, I wanted to show you guys how he performs in one of the rumbles in Shadowland. This one's actually pretty annoying for majority of the supervillains currently available because of the fact that you have to go up against Venom, Carnage, Crossbones, Dr. Octopus, and Lash in this stage, and it's pretty annoying. You gotta deal with Venom's fear, you gotta deal with the fact that both Crossbones and Carnage will bleed you, and that will actually deal damage to you even if you have your guard up, which is pretty annoying. And on top of that, you gotta deal with Dr. Octopus, who's actually pretty formidable because of the fact that he likes to prioritize his stuns and iframes. Then you gotta deal with Lash, who comes in at the end and he actually reflects energy damage back at you. So this is actually a pretty challenging stage for the majority of the tier 1 base supervillains in the game. However, I wanted to show you guys how Klaue performs here because I was pleasantly surprised at how well he performs it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details and then we can jump in. And as you guys can see right here, since my last video with Klaue, none of my stats has changed. Still only 111% for attack speed, 67% for critical rate, 189 for critical damage, 41% for ignore defense, and 50% for reduced cooldown duration. As for the gears, they're still the same: 17, 16, 17, 17. This one right here is rolled for skill cooldown. And as for a skill rotation here, it's going to be pretty much the same as everywhere else. You want to go 5, 4, 3, and then if you see an opportunity, go ahead and use 1 or 2. However, keep in mind, in this stage you got to deal with people with bleed damage, and the guard is not going to give you any real protection or any protection at all when it comes to bleed damage. So be very careful when you use the 1 and 2 because those skills are going to root you in place, and these guys will literally pick you apart, especially Carnage because he loves to jump into iframes and he actually deals a ton of damage. So be very careful. You may have to mix up the rotation and kite a little bit, so just keep that in mind. However, 543 is still your go-to with this guy. As you can see right here, Overdrive is the ISO set of choice, definitely one of the best for him. And for me, I currently have max HP, invincibility, and snare immunity. Snare immunity is not really here for any particular reason. However, the invincibility is just here because of the fact that I like to use him in Alliance Conquest. If you find that you need him to pump out more DPS, definitely go ahead and give him a damage proc, and that will help you out just a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump inside Shadowland, and this is going to be a pretty early floor here, but either way, it's still a very impressive thing, especially with all the obstacles that you have to go up against in this stage. So let's go ahead and grab us Klaue and let's do it. Still not a fan of this camera angle. I really hope that at some point they decide to bring it back to how it normally was, but when you're only handling one character, it's not really that big of a deal, I guess. These guys actually got a hit off on me there, but it's okay. That's just me being sloppy. And we got to deal with the burn damage, which also goes by the guard. Keep that in mind. DPS is pretty damn good. When Lash comes out, that's where it gets a bit tricky, but we're gonna focus on these guys just for now. Lash makes it tricky because he will actually reflect the energy attack back at you. So you just want to try and keep him in check. Look at that. Not even a minute and these guys are just putting in so much work. My clones are not really putting in work in terms of like DPS. They're putting in work in terms of keeping them occupied. And there you have it, guys. Rumble solo under a minute with this guy. Definitely worth building. Okay, that's all I have to share for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for watching. If you have Klaue built, let me know some of the stuff you guys have been able to do with him, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This guy's definitely fun and definitely a good character. Peace and love. And I'm love.